From Batavian, Tarnpur Lane at the 200 though, and El Mansour over a length in front. Special Dane trying hard, is going after him now. Special Dane levelling up to El Mansour. Might and Power making up great ground. Special Dane, El Mansour, they hit the line. Special Dane, a nose to possibly El Mansour, and Might and Power has flown. He's close up on the outside. A great work in the last 200 by Might and Power to flash home. Behind those Doremus, and then Batavian, followed further back by Stella Cadetti. Then Tarnpur Lane with cut up rough near the tail.
And Special Dane, 13.40 and 250. Over 6 Al Mansour, 130. 3 Might and Power, 140.
7 Special Dane, 13.20, 290. 6 Al Mansour, 120. 3 Might and Power, 150.
After the photo from 6 Al Mansour, and what about the run of Might and Power? I'm just rolling the tape up to the turn. He was given a crack with a whip by Cassidy at the 600, slapped down the side on the turn, about 8 lengths off the front. Al Mansour had shot clear, a good 2.5 in front from Special Dane, Stella Cadetti. And then Might and Power had got up to about 5th of the 300. Taken to the outside, he was sort of hands and heels, and then a couple of cracks behind. More down the shoulder from Cassidy. Special Dane level to Al Mansour. And then Might and Power has steamed late, and he's just missed. He's probably missed about a half head, a half neck. 2 more bounds, and I'd say the champion stayer takes the CF4. In fact, I have no doubt he would have. 7, 6 and 3.
All right, there's correct weight Gold Coast, race 3 on 318. Correct weight Adelaide, 952.
They're off, and Arthur's Lass from the inside missed it noticeably, and Regal Chamber, one of the smartest away from Techniques. Most Secret jumped well, and so did Accept, and Dantalar scooting up towards the lead with Never Late. Length and a half to Turak, a similar margin then to Snapshots, followed by Tina's Star. And then comes Arthur's Lass and staging a couple to Sengigi Beach. Gimmick second last. Empower is Stone Motherless, 700 out. Regal Chamber from Most Secret. Dantalar getting up on the inside to almost make a line of 3. Accept is next, and she's wide out, followed by Never Late, the middle, Turak on the rails. Then Technique, Snapshots, followed by staging a break to Arthur's Lass and Tina's Star. Sengigi Beach, Gimmick, and Empower's last as they straighten up, and Dantalar kicked away. And at the 250, Dantalar a length and a half clear. Techniques wide out. Turak's into the clear, followed by Snapshots, and then staging starting to run home well. Dantalar the leader, they're closing in on her. Here's Techniques and staging, followed by Snapshots and Sengigi Beach, but staging hits the front. Sengigi Beach is running home, but all too late, and what a return by Staging. Staging beats Sengigi Beach, and Techniques, Dantalar next. And then Snapshots, Turak, followed by Accept, and a break then to Gimmick, followed home by Arthur's Lass. And then Never Late and Empower. Tina's Star, a long margin to Most Secret, and another 6 or 7 lengths at the tail, Regal Chamber.
Super Tab 1 staging, 11.52.70. Number 9 for second. Sengigi Beach, 8.10. 8 Techniques to pay $5.30. Daily Double 1 and 1, $16.40.
Die has paid $13.40 and $3.60. Sengigi Beach, the Wellington boot winner last year, has returned $5.30. And number 8 Techniques has returned $4.70. By Success Express from Cinerama, staging trained by Clary Connors for PG and Mrs. W.E. Moran, who stand the stallion. The winner of Bay Filly 3, 10 starts, 5 wins, a second and a third, and she's come from a mile back in the field. As was expected, she would get a long way astern, but she's come back in fabulous fashion, having her first start since finishing 4th in the Chivas Regal on the first day of the Flemington Spring Carnival. Shane Dye, another big one. There's no stopping this rider. Number 9, second, Sengigi Beach. What a great performance by this particular filly, having her first run since the 18th of October. Trained at Wyong by Michael Clouch. She's by Ace K from Sea Beauty, a Chestnut Filly 3, Rob Thompson. And number 8, Techniques, third, a Chestnut Filly 3, Palace Music, Gypsy Alert, Max Lee's Chris Muntz. Now, to the best of my recollection, only 2 of those horses have raced here on the inside grass. Horses for courses theory I'm looking at. Staging and Techniques, and they've run first and third. Dantalar jumped okay, strode through. You've heard the call. Kicked away at the top of the straight, was found wanting in the last 100 metres. Quinella, $189.70. Exacta, $533.50. And the trifecta, $4,907.50. And Turak up in class today and simply wasn't good enough. Every conceivable chance. 198, a brilliant return by staging. Dale.
Okay, let's have a look at Adelaide Race 6, the final leg of the treble, first leg of the double. One Hero Wind update 17,480.
Yeah. What's going to lead in this? That's the question. What is going to lead in this race? Well, we'll soon find out because they are starting to move them up. The ones that have shortened here for our Sky Channel audiences, you watch them move Spirit of Hope in under some persuasion. Those that have firm, Mushtaq at very long odds. He was about $24. It's come right in to $16. So shortened by about $8 from earlier figures, much earlier on. Rustic Dream is another that's firmed. It's into 462, 10 number 6. 7 Dry Humour has had a little bit of support, $14 and 380 as they move up. And nearer the bottom, 13 Cheval Place and 14 Dibbles Dane have come in. $6.90 for Cheval Place and Dibbles Dane $4.50. It's always been a good race, but I think this is quite possibly the strongest assembly we've had for a Tokyo City Cup. We've had 3 run to date. This is the 4th since the race was, since the race evolved. Now, they're coming up quite well. For the Tokyo City Cup, Hong Kwok Star goes up, Lindbergh and Mushtaq come up. Blue Blood running in the Royal Blue logo, gold logo colours. Supercut to come up with Blue Blood, Dry Humour, and also Corregidor. Chinook makes a good line with Rustic Dream. Now, Corregidor about to follow up from Blue Blood. Cheval Place is in position. Dry Humour will be about the last. The 4th running of the Tokyo City Cup. The Group 3 event. Corregidor backs up. Now Corregidor straightens. Hero Wind stands in okay with Rustic Dream, Mushtaq. Chinook makes a good line. Spirit of Hope was the first to go in. My Advocator squares up nicely. The Peter Jolly stable with My Advocator striking earlier in the Rich Breeders' Stakes. And hoping that it'll flow on here. Astrolita taking out the Breeders, about $20 on the tab. Now Corregidor goes up. Dry Humour is set. And they're all in now for the Tokyo Cup, the Tokyo City Cup at Group 3 level. The light's on. And they've jumped. That was a fairly patchy start as it turned out. Blue Blood drifted back quickly. Hero Wind wasn't all that quick into stride, and neither too was the imported Galloper backdrop. Away fast Spirit of Hope looking for the lead, Cheval Place, and now Corregidor comes around them, and Lindbergh is going to be the one to oblige and lead. As they start to sort themselves out into some sort of order now, going to the 1,200 metre turn, Lindbergh spears out 3 in front. Corregidor second. Third placing Dry Humour from over on the inside, Cheval Place, Spirit of Hope outside of her. Further back in the field behind those then came Dibbles Dane as they moved down the side, and then came Brackenbury. There's another one wide, Supercut. Further back in the field behind those then came Hong Kwok Star with Mushtaq and also Rustic Dream, and My Advocator slipping up along the rail. Chinook's a fair way back at this point, and they were followed then by Backdrop, and then came Hero Wind, and last of all Blue Blood at the 800, where now a new leader, Dry Humour, took over, kicked out a length and a half in front of Corregidor. Lindbergh third from Spirit of Hope. My Advocator getting a lovely run up on the inside, and then just ahead of it was Dibbles Dane, improving. Cheval Place needing a run. Supercut deep, and they were followed by Hong Kwok Star, Brackenbury. My Advocator just on the rail behind that division, and then further back to Rustic Dream, but they pack up now, and then further back to Chinook heading the others. The widest runner is Backdrop. Dry Humour shot away in the straight and got clear. Dibbles Dane runs on, and down the outside Corregidor, but it's Dry Humour clear at the 200. Cheval Place is labouring down the outside. Now Rustic Dream is starting to let fly. Rustic Dream races up on the outside and quickly dispense with this top opposition. Rustic Dream spears away to win it well. 2.5 Cheval Place. Third placing went to Dry Humour. Spirit of Hope might have been fourth. Corregidor. My Advocator. Dibbles Dane didn't quite finish.
6, 13 and 7 by the looks of things there in Adelaide. 6, 13 and 7. Rustic Dream the winner. Almost set now at the Gold Coast for race 4.
Gates open. They've jumped.
One of the best away was Drop Anchor out towards the centre and out fast Dane Quillo going through Moser. Moser getting up on the inside of them now. 2 lengths further back. Discretion will settle up about 4th. Outside of Beijing Soy and 3 deep Star of Rancho. 1 to Quiet Style, 2 to Western Reality. Moser on the inside led a neck now to on the outside Drop Anchor, 2 to Dane Quillo. Discretion in the box seat 4th on the inside from Star of Rancho, and then came Beijing Soy at the 600. A length into Quiet Style and 2 lengths last of all is Western Reality. The leaders have got away here. Moser about a neck in front of Drop Anchor. 3 or 4 further back Dane Quillo and Discretion. Then Star of Rancho, Beijing Soy, Quiet Style and Western Reality. Drop Anchor quickly went up to Moser when they turned. Looked to be going better. 2 or 3 further back Discretion. About to pull from the inside of Dane Quillo. A gap Beijing Soy. Drop Anchor shot away at the 200. Moved 2.5 in front. Moser's gone. Then Dane Quillo and Discretion. Drop Anchor's got a good break at the 100-metre mark. Look home for mine. Yes, Drop Anchor's holding them, and Drop Anchor scores a length and a quarter down to the post. Bob of the head for second. Discretion or Dane Quillo. A gap Moser, then Quiet Style, Beijing Soy, Western Reality, and last of all over the line would have been Star of Rancho.
Number 9, Drop Anchor, age 70 the win, 2.10 the place. Time for the minors, 3 Discretion, 1.50. On number 7, Dane Quillo at $1.70.
Number 9, Drop Anchor.
7.50, 2 even Super Tab. Those for the minors. 3 Discretion, which was the sub in the event, to return 1.50, or number 7, Dane Quillo, 1.70. Correct weight Perth, 3.16 on the first there. Correct weight the first Perth. Some more opening calls. Race number 5 at the Gold Coast.
And they're off in the Billy Cook Welter. Away to a magnificent start. Cito Stayer from the inside bounced out in front from Niagara. Star Joe hopped out well and moves into third. Posse and Bazile Bay zooms up to 4th and a length and a half to Revenge and Fleet Mirage. Then Pimpala Sun Ingenuity followed by Zoragal and 2 lengths to Chosen Warrior. A length further back Mr. Piper followed by Western Approaches and Campaign Warrior the tail ender. Bazile Bay racing up to join Cito Stayer as they come down the side and going to the 800. It's Cito Stayer about a neck on Bazile Bay, a length and a half to Niagara, to 1.5 Star Joe, and then comes on the outside Revenge, followed closely by Fleet Mirage, Fond Return, and then Pimpala Sun and Zoragal. A length and 3/4 to Ingenuity, Mr. Piper, and then Chosen Warrior, Western Approaches, at Absolute as Campaign Warrior to the corner at the 550. And Cito Stayer got away again about 3/4 of a length on the favourite Bazile Bay. Niagara in third place, followed by Star Joe. Wider out on the track is Revenge, and Fleet Mirage is locked away. 300 left to travel. Cito Stayer in front. Bazile Bay 3/4 to a length off second. 2 lengths to Niagara. Star Joe struggles, and then comes Chosen Warrior getting up on the inside. But Cito Stayer, by gee, this is giving us sight. Cito Stayer, they won't catch Kelly Dunn and Cito Stayer. Flying home is Mr. Piper, but Cito Stayer wins brilliantly. Second, Mr. Piper, Chosen Warrior or Bazile Bay for third, and then Pimpala Sun. Western Approaches, Star Joe, Fond Return, Niagara, Fleet Mirage, and then 2 lengths to Ingenuity. Revenge, a long margin to Zoragal, and Absolute was Campaign Warrior. Cito Stayer.
2 Cito Stayer, 20, 23.80. 10 Mr. Piper, 4.60. 13 Chosen Warrior, 5.90.
$15 upwards, $15.30 in New South Wales, and $3.40. Mr. Piper, number 10, $4.90. And Chosen Warrior to the naked eye looks as though it's got third, $5.90. Cito Stayer is by Bellotto from Salona. Hadn't started since the 21st of September. Is trained by Paul Cave at Warwick Farm for Mr. T. Namba and ridden by Kelly Dunn. And that gives Kelly her biggest success to date. No numbers up at the moment. Well, Bazile Bay, he raced up to have a shot at Cito Stayer, but was found wanting in the straight. And he's just missed out on the third prize, I'd say. Yes, the full numbers are up. 2 Cito Stayer, K. Dunn, the winner. Number 10, Mr. Piper, M. de Montfort, second. And third going to number 13, Chosen Warrior, right up on the rails, Kevin Forrester. The runner-up, Mr. Piper, trained by Kevin Robinson, by Zephyr Zip from Lily Antoinette, a grey gelding 5. And Chosen Warrior is by Sea Swell from French Aria, a 4-year-old bay gelding trained in Canberra by Peter Staunton. Fourth going to number 7, Bazile Bay, and I certainly wouldn't be disappointed with the performance. Disappointed if you got your money on, but he was up there chasing Cito Stayer. As we all know, it was his first start since Melbourne Cup Day, and he's a pretty good horse, Bazile Bay, and I wouldn't be sacking him on that run, far from it. 2:10.13, and The Punters Club have had a nice collect there with Ceto Stayer, Quinella 139.40, Exacta 413.90, Trifecta $6,110.90. What's happening over at the interstate desk, Mr. Walker? We've got a big...
Okay, let's have a look at Adelaide, race number...
of 6,110.90 on 2:10 and 13, 15.33.40 the winner. Moved in well, Adelaide, race 7. Swettenham Stud Stakes, way for age.
There's the light. Off in the Swettenham Stud Stakes 2, and Aberon a little slow to begin with Spirit of Love. Now, good battle for the early lead. La Baraka wants it and finds it about a length, the requests. Going after them now is Apple Danish, but caught very wide. There's Blaze the Turf working between the fillies. Further back to Will Fly. Then High Royale the outside. Rose of Dane to the centre. Further back then Dashing Eagle. Aberon second last. Spirit of Love is last of all. 800 out and La Baraka untroubled to lead. Shows the way by a length. Second placing on the outside is Blaze the Turf. They were followed by Requests, and then Apple Danish nicely positioned fourth, Will Fly fifth, and then Rose of Danehill sixth at the 600, and they were followed by High Royale Aberon. Dashing Eagle between runners, and 1.5 away last of all is Spirit of Love. Around the turn for home, and La Baraka said, catch me if you can. Dominic Charm is distanced, by the way, and La Baraka shows the way from Blaze the Turf, the outside. Further back now, Apple Danish. Will Fly runs home solidly, and they were followed back on the inside by Request, but here's Will Fly. Will Fly comes after the other one. La Baraka beaten, and down the outside, Rose of Danehill. Will Fly's hit the front. Rose of Danehill tries to get there. Will Fly in front. Spirit of Love charging out deep on the track. Oh, it's very tight. Spirit of Love or Will Fly. Rose of Danehill between them. Then Dashing Eagle, Blaze the Turf, La Baraka, Apple Danish, Request, Aberon and High Royale, and distanced Dominic Charm. Oh, here's a finish. Here's a finish. Will Fly was going to get the money, but right on the line, I wouldn't be at all surprised if the grey has come from a long way back to score Spirit of Love. Ridden by Eddie Wilkinson for Mick Price. This may have got up, and if that is the case, it is a day that the Caulfield trainer will remember for the rest of his life, having won the Tokyo City Cup with Rustic Dream. It's just a real bob of the heads on the line, and maybe the grey. On the outside, Spirit of Love in the photo. Number 4, a mare by Toy Pindari from Compassive. Eddie Wilkinson for Mick Price. Compassive is a No Mercy mare, raced by Mrs. CM and K. Connolly, Mrs. SL and P. McComb, G. Quinn and F. Stapleton.
Well, it'll go either way there. Gee, it's tight. Maybe the outside. I tend to agree with Ron, looking at that angle. Anyway, let's take it out of the Gold Coast for race 5. Here's Terry.
Well, and they're ready to jump. Started moving around to his platform, just waiting for the light. It's about to come on. Heliosis, $2. They stand up well. Started not quite ready. Heliosis the favourite for the race at $2 and $1.15. Now the starter coming up to his platform, and they're about to jump. They stand in well at the Go Racing gates. Oh no.
And they're off and running in the final event here. Let's have a look at them. They've jumped away in a good line. Aussie Cozzy bounced straight to the bridle, the grey, and landed in front now from Blue Storm, who quickly eases back, and Gladden went up third from Miss Dugar and Kalimna the fence. 2 further back, Tonicity, followed by Glitzy, and back inside it Plot as Glitzy went back to last. Aussie Cozzy burning through on the inside, nearly a length in front of Blue Storm. 2 to Gladden. Kalimna the inside, a half then to Miss Dugar. Caught 3 deep. A length and a half further back in the race, Tonicity. Plot on the inside of it, and 2 to Glitzy. 600 out, and Aussie Cozzy just on a length in front of Blue Storm. Miss Dugar quickly goes up third. Gladden is fourth. Kalimna fifth on the inside, a length and a half, Tonicity. Inside it held up as Plot, and 3 last of all Glitzy. Up to the turn, Aussie Cozzy about a neck in front of Blue Storm, a neck then to Miss Dugar. She's nice and handy outside the favourite when they turn from Kalimna. Around the turn, Aussie Cozzy straight and 3/4. Blue Storm is under some restraint, so too is Miss Dugar. They're going to Aussie Cozzy, who's under pressure. 200 to go. Blue Storm and Miss Dugar have got on turn, and they've pounced on the lead, the 2 favourites. Miss Dugar on the outside, put her head in front of Blue Storm. Miss Dugar's drawing a clear, and Miss Dugar comes home to win the last. Nearly a length on the line, Blue Storm. Plot grabbed third, I'd say, just in front of Aussie Cozzy. Then Gladden. Further back was Glitzy, followed by Tonicity, and Kalimna last of all.
Number 5, Miss Dugar, 480 the win, 170 the place, defeating 2 Blue Storm at 140, 7 third, Plot in a photo at 180.
Super tab there, number 5, Miss Dugard, to pay 470, 160, 2 Blue Storm 130, 7 Plot 180.
Around the turn when they got up to Aussie Cozzy. She was the first one to get to the lead, Blue Storm, but not for long because Miss Dugard had her in her sights. And this very consistent mare records her 7th win, number 7, over Blue Storm, and 3rd placing goes to number 7, and that's Plot, who just nosed out Aussie Cozzy for 3rd prize in 1945. Quick run, 19.45, returned by Miss Dugard.
We're at 5.27 the last mark.
Okay, margins Perth, a half 1 1/4, 59.01 in the second, and correct weight on 1, 2, 3 Perth. Adelaide, more dividends coming through. 7th Adelaide, 439, 4 was the winner. Spirit of Love paid 27.30 and 3.90. 3 Will Fly, 2.10, and number 9 was 3rd. Rose of Danehill, 160.
Out was Camino Rose. Misty Dawn will go up and lead her now. Arletty right up there, 3rd, and 2 lengths to Lasties Bank trying to get across, followed by Savrin, Captivating, Aurum Heights. Further out on the track next is La Ferry, and then Direct Attack, and on the inside Pretty Spectacular, Cybele and 3 Golf Circuits. On the first corner, 900 to go, and Misty Dawn a clear-cut leader from Arletty. Lasties Bank a length away, 3rd, and on her inside is Camino Rose, then Savrin, Captivating, followed by La Ferry a length to Aurum Heights. Direct Attack has lost ground, followed on its inside by Pretty Spectacular, Cybele, and about 4 lengths to Golf Circuit. They travel down past the 600 on the last at Randwick, and Misty Dawn leads the way from Arletty, a length and a half to Lasties Bank and Camino Rose, then Savrin, Captivating, a length to La Ferry, Aurum Heights, followed on the inside by Pretty Spectacular, and Direct Attack heads the others as they straighten at Arletty, swept away from Misty Dawn. Lasties Bank is joining in now, then Camino Rose and Savrin the outside, and 2 lengths to Captivating. Arletty the leader, 200 to go. Lasties Bank on the outside trying a hard out, and then comes Camino Rose dashing up on the inside. Lasties Bank still ahead behind the leader, Arletty hanging on. Arletty gets there from Lasties Bank and Camino Rose, then Savrin, La Ferry, Pretty Spectacular, then Misty Dawn knocking up, followed by Aurum Heights, a break to Cybele and Golf Circuit. Direct Attack and Captivating pulled up near the tail of the field.
1 Arletty's hung on there, 670 and 2 even. 10 Lasties Bank, 140. 2 Camino Rose, 410.
Right a hard out, but she's a very classy mare, Arletty, and 56.5 on her back compared with 53 Lasties Bank, and the 3.5 kilos pull that Lasties had. You might have thought it could have told the tale over the last 50, but this New Zealand mare, Arletty, being over here for a while in the David O'Sullivan Sydney stables, just refused point blank to give in, and Camino Rose for a strider too looked as though she might blow the other pair away. So the numbers to come up, 7, 10 and 230 for the winner, Arletty. The second posse will be number 10, paying at 140, and number 2 Camino Rose will pay 360.
More from Ian in a moment. Race 6 at the Gold Coast, about 3 minutes away at 5:25. 1 Dark Chariot in the update, 7 p.